I want to share with you some of the basics and reasons that entice the common mentality behind middle class habits that keep people tied to jobs that they dislike and how you can break free from them. The first habit being working for less than what you're worth, as employers tend to pay their employees less than they deserve. We should not be afraid to leave an organization and look for better opportunities elsewhere. The second habit is buying more than we can really afford, which is the number one wealth killer in my opinion. All based on previous instances and proof from people who have done just that. Watching people who buy a car outright or make sure that their car finance payments are within the recommended guidelines tend to do better in the long run when managing and controlling their finances. The third habit is relying on one source of income and only one source of income, which is risky as people are one small incident away from losing their income. In order to break free from the rat race, one needs to diversify their income streams and multiply. The fourth habit is ignoring the importance of saving for old age, which is similar to losing money every day. One should start investing in their future by contributing to retirement accounts on a regular basis. By breaking these habits, you too can live a fulfilling life and achieve your greatest life goals and ambitions. These middle class habits that keep people in the rat race, which means they are stuck in a cycle of working to pay bills without making any significant progress towards their financial goals, has become a commonality within the workforce and further promoted by fear of a recession and job loss. The first habit mentioned is working for less than your worth, which is a common practice in many organizations. Employers often pay their employees the least amount possible and just enough so that they don't quit. This can be frustrating for employees who work hard and feel that they are not being compensated fairly for their efforts. I mean, imagine working hard each and every year only to be rewarded with a reduction in your pay as it relates to an insulting 3 or 4% wage increase that falls drastically behind the current true rate of inflation. However, many people fall into the trap of accepting the situation because it's comfortable. They know they are getting paid a fixed amount on a fixed day no matter what, so they don't want to risk losing that stability by leaving the company. But this habit can keep them in a cycle and prevent them from exploring other opportunities that may offer higher pay and better prospects overall. Therefore, it is essential to network, learn about other industries, and find out what the market is paying for your role. If you feel like you're getting underpaid, it's okay to leave and go to a competitor. A more typical pay increase when you move between jobs and organizations is 10 to 20%, which is far higher than the 3 to 4% that you would get if you stayed in the company that you were at. And if you're working hard and putting your soul into something, well, then you really truly deserve to be compensated fairly for your efforts. Today, we are actually spending the day with some friends at Rocky Bayou State Park here in Niceville, Florida. Spending the day enjoying the water, paddleboarding, kayaking, swimming, and just enjoying the beautiful weather and the company of friends and family. I'm super excited to fly my new DJI Mavic Mini 3 drone to hone my piloting skills and capture these amazing views and vantage points of such a fun and enjoyable activity. Now, I'm a young retiree and enjoy spending my time with friends, family, and out enjoying the world around us as often as possible. And this is only made possible by executing on the principles of success and wealth building that ultimately break down the bad habits that would otherwise force me to be trapped in the common middle class mindset, locked to an employer and a diminishing wage as I watch my life's dreams go by unfulfilled. This is by no means an attempt to brag or boast, but merely explaining my current financial position as a means of motivation for others who seek to become financially independent, sufficient, and free. Now, I will share more with you all for free, 100% free on my Instagram. Follow me there and check out my posts, and feel free to send me a direct message. You can also find me on Patreon and are welcome to join as members there for more in-depth access and discussions on financial freedom, investments, savings, strategies, business building, passive income, and wealth building methods. So the second habit mentioned previously is buying more than you can afford. When people get their first full-time job or promotion, they tend to upgrade two things: their car and their home. This is because banks are willing to lend them more money than they can actually afford, and they get into the trap of spending more than they really should. However, buying more than you can afford can be detrimental to your financial well-being in the long run. It can keep you working to pay off the loan as long as you let it, and it is the number one wealth killer in my opinion. Therefore, it is essential to make sure that your car finance payment is within the recommended guidelines, which is no more than 50% of your annual income. The same goes for your mortgage payments, which should not exceed 28% of your gross income. So the third habit mentioned is relying on one source of income, which can be extremely risky. The pandemic has shown us that relying on one source of income can leave us vulnerable to economic uncertainties and job loss. Therefore, it is essential to diversify your income streams, get a second job, start an online business, or invest in other cash-generating assets like the stock market or real estate, or both. Ignoring the importance of saving for old age is another habit that keeps people in the rat race. Many people ignore the need to save for retirement and live paycheck to paycheck, which can be risky in the long run. Therefore, it is essential to start investing early and regularly to build wealth and secure your financial future. However, investing can be daunting for many people, and they may not know where to start. Therefore, it is essential to educate yourself about different investment options such as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and real estate. You can also seek the advice of a financial advisor to help you make informed decisions about your investments. Often, I get asked, what are the basics that should be learned about investing and planning for retirement? And so when I think about investing and planning for retirement, a few basics come to mind from what I've learned over the years. Investing and planning for retirement can seem like a daunting task, but there are a few basics that have helped guide me in the right direction. Start early. The earlier you start investing for retirement, the better off you'll be. Compound interest is a powerful tool, and the longer your money has to grow, the more you'll have in retirement. Determine your goals. What do you want your retirement to look like? Do you want to travel the world, or stay close to home, or maybe even start a business? Your retirement goals will help determine how much you need to save and how you should invest. Create a budget. A budget will help you determine how much money you have to invest each month. And be sure to include savings for emergencies and unexpected expenses. Maximize your retirement accounts by taking advantage of employer-sponsored retirement plans like 401ks and individual retirement accounts like IRAs. Contribute as much as you can to these accounts and consider increasing your contribution each year. Diversity is key, so diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your investments by investing in a mix of stocks, bonds, and other assets. Monitor and adjust your investments, as your investments should be reviewed regularly to ensure they're aligned with your goals and risk tolerance. If your goals or risk tolerances change, your investments may need to be adjusted. Get professional help if you need it. Consider working with a financial advisor to help you develop a retirement plan that meets your goals and risk tolerance. By following these basics, it's possible that you can set yourself up for a successful retirement. However, it's important to remember that investing and planning for retirement is an ongoing process, and you may need to adjust your approach as your life circumstances changes. So in conclusion, the middle class habits mentioned in the original intro of this video that can keep people in the rat race and prevent them from achieving their financial goals, well, therefore, it is essential to break free from these habits and adopt new ones that promote financial freedom and stability. By networking, learning about other industries, living within your means, diversifying your income streams, and investing for the future, you can secure your own financial future. And I truly hope that you all reach your own personal finance freedom. Wait. we gonna eat? Because that Chick-fil-A has worn off.